keep chasing you, chasing you. I keep chasing you, chasing you. I keep chasing you, chasing you. I keep chasing you.
Hi everyone, greetings from Chattanooga. I actually drove up early this morning from Atlanta and it was a 2-hour drive, which makes this a super easy trip. I've been to Chattanooga several times in my life since I grew up in Atlanta, and this makes for a super quick day trip or weekend trip. But I'm going to take you along with me this round and show you the best things to do in Chattanooga. So right now I'm walking on the Walnut Street Bridge, which connects downtown Chattanooga with North Shore neighborhood. And the North Shore neighborhood has a bunch of fun shops and restaurants and eateries. So that's the first neighborhood I'm going to stop at. There's so many cool shops here. North Avenue has so many different fun shops, and I also stumbled upon this alley that is covered in chalk called Chalk Alley, and it is such a fun and colorful spot. Time to grab some lunch now, and I'm heading to Milk and Honey, which is known for its brunch and coffee.
Milk and Honey is one of my favorite places to eat in Chattanooga, and they have delicious coffee and amazing sourdough bread. I ended up ordering the salted caramel latte and the mushroom and ricotta toast, and that toast was so delicious. Next stop is checking into my hotel for my stay in Chattanooga, and I'm very much excited about this stay.
So I just finished checking into my hotel for the night, and guys, I am staying in a train tonight. Like, this looks so cool. Let me show you. I am a train fanatic, so being able to stay in an actual train is like a dream come true for me. And holy cow, I am so excited right now. This is definitely one of the coolest hotels I've ever stayed at, and I had no idea this was here. Oh wow, this is incredible. This is literally an old train converted into a hotel room. I seriously cannot get over this room. This is so unique. Back in the car now and headed to Ruby Falls, and Ruby Falls really is spectacular. It is literally a waterfall in a cave, and it is a must visit for Chattanooga.
Ruby Falls is located on Lookout Mountain, and you need a guided tour to actually visit the falls, so I highly recommend making reservations online ahead of time. I booked the classic cave tour, which takes about an hour and a half, and the history of this discovery is truly fascinating. A gentleman named Leo Lambert discovered these falls in 1928 and ended up naming the falls after his wife, Ruby. The tour started with going on an elevator ride that took us down to the bottom, and then we began our cave walk towards the waterfall. Along the way, you'll see some very fascinating formations with interesting names. When we finally reached the falls, it was quite a sight. The cave walk isn't difficult, but it is slippery, so they recommend wearing closed-toed shoes for the tour. After Ruby Falls, I went back to downtown Chattanooga and decided to check out a fun rooftop bar before dinner. This rooftop bar is located inside the Edwin Hotel, and it's called Whiskey Thief, and they have a bunch of fun drinks and cocktails. The view from this rooftop bar is the selling point, and you can get a great view of the bridges, the river, and the museum. I'm here early on a weekday, so it's not that busy yet, but I'm sure it gets crowded on the weekends.
Cheers.
After pre-dinner drinks, I walked over to Wooden City, Chattanooga, which is known for its wood-fire pizzas. I was planning to get a pizza, but then the chicken schnitzel caught my eyes, and I'm actually really glad I got it because the flavors blended in so well together.
Good morning. It is a beautiful day in Chattanooga, and I'm going to grab some breakfast before heading to the Tennessee Aquarium.
Stop by Main Mug Coffee Roasters for my morning coffee.
I definitely recommend getting your tickets online for the aquarium ahead of time, as they are timed, and the aquarium actually has several parts to it. There's actually a building for the river journey and then a separate building for the ocean journey. So I'm going to do the river journey first.
I actually think it's really unique that they separated the river and ocean into two completely separate buildings, and this is definitely one of the bigger river aquariums I've seen. They even have a touch pool full of sturgeons. I saw a bunch of reptiles as well, including alligators and turtles. The Georgia Aquarium is the largest aquarium in the US, but I think the Tennessee Aquarium actually has a larger river section. I also think it's really cool that the Tennessee Aquarium works to save turtles and helps to rehabilitate them.
I just finished the riverside. I thought it was really well done. I really liked how they showed the different ecosystems of all different lakes in the world. So I thought that was really cool. But now I'm on to the ocean side.
I was not expecting the ocean side of the aquarium to have this outdoor space with animals and even a butterfly garden. I saw some penguins, stingrays, and sharks, but I felt like the ocean side didn't have a lot of the large animals that other aquariums have. All in all, I like the riverside better. After the aquarium, I went to lunch and headed to Hello Monty, which features elevated American food made with local ingredients. I got their chicken sandwich with potatoes and highly recommend this.
After lunch, I'm back in the historic South Side District now, and I am walking around, and this is actually where the hotel is, but really walking around this area, and the historic Chattanooga Choo Choo is here, which has now been turned into like a restaurant, boutique, bars complex.
A really fun spot to check out in this area is Chattanooga Whiskey, which is the first legal distillery to open in Chattanooga since Prohibition. You can get a full tour of the distillery plus a tasting for under $20, and I really enjoyed tasting the different whiskeys they made. After the whiskey tasting, I headed back to Hotel Chalet to grab dinner at Elsie's Daughter, which is the restaurant on property of my hotel. It is a very intimate dining setting, and the plates are meant to be shared, but I'm here by myself, so more food for me, I guess.
morning. Checked out of the hotel this morning and checking out a few more attractions in Chattanooga before heading back home.
Stop by this spot, which is a local favorite for breakfast before starting the day. First stop is Rock City Gardens, which is a self-guided tour through a beautiful nature area. There are lots of steps and inclines and narrow passages, so it might not be for everyone, but it definitely is a fun, family-friendly activity if you're in the area. This trail is called the Enchanted Trail, and it takes you through the Rock City Gardens, and you'll pass by waterfalls, bridges, and beautiful whimsical scenery. One of the highlights of Rock City is that you can actually see 7 different states from here, which is pretty cool.
This is actually crazy tight here. Had to maneuver my pack just to fit through this little squeeze. But hey, I made it.
You definitely cannot miss this waterfall view along the trail, and it's a great spot to stop for some photos. Now it's time to enter the Fairy Tale Caverns, which showcase different storybook characters and magical sights. I can't quite decide whether this is fun or creepy, but the kids seem to be really enjoying this. Next stop is the Lookout Mountain Incline Railway, which takes you to the top for a fantastic panoramic view. After the railway, I headed to the Bluff View Art District, which is a historic neighborhood that features galleries, eateries, gardens, and museums, and it's a great area to check out. I grabbed lunch at Tony's, which is known for their pastas and pizzas, before heading to the Hunter Museum.
If you're in Chattanooga, you definitely can't miss the Hunter Museum of American Art, as it has the most complete collection of American art in the Southeast. Right now, they have a special exhibit just on Art Deco glass, and it's a fascinating exhibit. This museum has a little bit of everything from Impressionism, early modernism, and even contemporary art. There's actually 2 parts to the museum, one that is the newer museum building, and then the other that was a former mansion. Lastly, while you're in the Bluff View Art District, you can't miss out on the sculpture part that is in this area. You'll find a bunch of fascinating sculptures right in view of the riverfront. Thanks for coming with me on my trip to Chattanooga. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below.